Eureka! Welcome to tonight's show. It's your host, Reyes,
And Patricia Sotomayor.
and we are delighted to have you here with us tonight.
Tonight with us, we have Lyle Chavez.
You may know him as Lyle Chickboy Chavez, but Patsy and I just call him Lyle, just out of formality.
Guys, grabe naman kayo. I'm not a chick boy.
Yeah, right. Anyways, Lyle here invented the Lisa robot, which is making headlines in Philippine news today.
So Lyle, when did you invent the Lisa robot?
So, I first got the idea of inventing this robot during the beginning of COVID-19. So, I am currently a doctor of St. Luke's in BGC. But during the peak of COVID in 2020, I was so close to quitting. But I'm glad I didn't. I've got so much money from my invention. I mean, I helped so much people with it.
Lyle, what exactly does the Lisa robot do?
So, the Lisa robot aids frontliners with physically distanced communication between a COVID-19 patient and the medical staff. So, it is equipped with a smart tablet mounted on a mobile base that can be controlled remotely from 5 to 10 meters away. So, Lisa enables communication via the internet, so platforms such as Skype, Viber, or even FaceTime. It also has a compartment box that allows delivery of medicines to conscious and stable patients.
Isn't that so impressive, guys? Troy and I are actually in the medical field as well and have benefited a lot from it during the peak of COVID-19.
Yeah, it was extremely scary for us doctors to have to deal with sick patients at this time because we had to be extremely cautious for fear of getting infected with COVID.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I actually wanted to quit as well because patients were coming in the hospital non-stop.
Same!
But thanks to Lyle's invention, we didn't.
Good job, Lyle. You did something good for once.
What do you mean? I've done a lot of good things.
Yeah, right. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the fun part of today's episode.
Let's have a quick fast talk segment to get to know our amazing innovator. Patsy, you go first.
Okay, let's do a little fast segment for the category in personal preferences. Are you ready, Lyle?
Ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
Okay, let's get to it. Sinigang or kare-kare?
Sinigang.
Cookies or brownies?
Brownies.
Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone all day.
Okay. Sneakers or loafers?
Sneakers, definitely.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Okay. Beach vacation or a trip around the city?
Beach vacation.
Let's see. Minecraft or Roblox?
Minecraft.
Biology or psychology?
Biology.
Sweaters or polos?
Polos.
Polos. Lacoste or Ralph Lauren?
Ralph Lauren all day.
I know now. To have your dream girl or dream job?
Dream girl.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
The city or the province?
The province.
Okay. Sports car or SUV?
Sports car.
Okay, interesting choices. And lastly, to have an interview with us again or no?
Based on this question, guys, of course, I would love to have an interview with you guys again.
Tama.
Good answer, good answer. Well, that was an interesting set of answers from Lyle. Pretty impressive, I must say.
I know, right? Almost as if he already knew the questions beforehand.
Okay, now let's get into a fast Q&A segment about your creation with the Lisa robot. Are you ready, Lyle?
I hope I ace this part. Let's go.
Then let's get on with it. Was the name Lisa intentional or an accident?
So it's leaning towards the intentional side. So I wanted the name to be straightforward on what the robot's function is, which is Logistics Indoor Service Assistant, or LISA, as you guys know.
What was the inspiration for making this?
So during the COVID season, a lot of requirements were needed in order to go inside an affected COVID patient's room. So instead, I took inspiration from an AI for aiding frontliners with physically distant communication between a COVID-19 patient and the medical staff. So as I previously mentioned a while ago, so it has a smart tablet mounted on a mobile base that can be controlled from 5 to 10 meters away. And it also has a compartment box that allows the delivery of medicines to be possible.
What's one technology or invention from other countries that you wish we have one here in the Philippines?
I think for me, it will be electric cars. So since 80% of pollution comes from vehicles, maybe in the future, the Philippines can have a fully electric vehicles, meaning everything would be electric from motorcycles to jeepneys and cars. So it also not just solves pollution, the problem of pollution, but due to the recent high prices of gases, an electric vehicle would be a good alternative.
That's true.
That's true. What's your next innovation for the Philippines?
I think I would first focus on the Lisa robot since it is still an ongoing project before thinking about my next innovation.
And lastly, do you think it was worth the time, funding, and effort to make the Lisa robot?
Oh, definitely it was. Since this project was funded by the Department of Science and Technology, so the purpose alone of making the Lisa robot is enough for me to say that making the robot was definitely worth my time.
And that is a wrap for our fast talk session with Lyle. Yay, you did pretty good there. Kaya pa ba?
I close to shutting my brain down, pero kaya pa naman.
Well, despite it all, we thank you for participating this part with us.
Yes, indeed. So now let's look at a photo that we'll discuss connected to the pandemic that we're facing today. So let me just pull that up right now with my share screen. And here we have it. Do you guys see it?
Yep.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, so as we can see here, the hospital looks busier than ever before. Troy, can you tell me your experience at the emergency rooms nowadays?
Well, as we all know it, the pandemic took a huge toll on us doctors, especially knowing that we didn't have enough equipment and rooms available to all of our patients during the first wave of the pandemic.
Yes, and it was also hard for us to find ways to prevent COVID from spreading not only within our patients, but also towards our own staff as well.
I actually want to point that out that my first experience at the hospital was actually one of the reasons why I thought of creating the Lisa robot. It was so scary for me to be up close to doctors and nurses or even patients, knowing that I could give them a virus or vice versa.
So, would you say that for you to make the Lisa robot, you had to be in the shoes of those who struggled in the medical field?
Yeah, definitely. So that's what most likely got me into making the Lisa robot. But this just shows us how much we need to be more considerate with our decisions and actions. Because during these tough times, we have to be safe by following protocols and being kind to everyone.
We could not agree more with that statement, Lyle. I hope that the people watching us right now can keep in mind how important it is to still be safe despite removing the restrictions about COVID protocol nowadays.
With that being said, we have now reached the final segment of today's show. We'd like to thank Mr. Lyle Chavez for joining us today. We look forward to your next innovations for our country and maybe even beyond the medical field.
We'd also like to thank everyone who have worked alongside with Mr. Lyle into creating the Lisa robot. Your efforts in making this innovation not only helped thousands of people, but have inspired all of us to find better ways to fight against the pandemic.
Thank you so much, Eureka, for having me in the show. And I can definitely reassure you guys that I had a great time being here.
See you next time, everyone. And as always, if it's new to you, it's Eureka.